Hello guys, welcome everybody to Mando Monday. This is the series where you guys ask the questions and I of course answer them. This can be to do with anything related to Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, CSGO investing, or any current or future update related one. If that's Source 2, an operation, or something that we all hope is going to be coming to the game very soon, that is of course I Am Rio's 75% off sale removal. For the main point being that we'll get something new, either a case or some sort of one-off capsule. And yeah, I guess it's kind of sad that that's our main excitement of the year, as it goes for updates anyway. If you guys have any questions regarding any of that we just discussed, something a little more miscellaneous, something in the background, or maybe me, leave it down below of this comment section or any other one of my videos, ask Mando, and then ask your question. It's usually easiest and best for me to find it that way. As it goes for today, of course, we get some very juicy questions as per usual. And before the questions, we're gonna have a quick little PSA and a very exciting announcement. But before we do any of that, here's a quick word from today's video sponsor. Today's video sponsor is Market.CSGO. Market.CSGO is a buying and selling marketplace for your skins, but most importantly, a peer-to-peer site. So the wait times in between trading, buying, or selling are as low as possible. The marketplace has over 90,000 trades a day and even a built-in tab to find the best deals to make the most amount of profit possible. It also has a built-in client via download or Chrome to make trading very profitable, but most importantly, as safe as possible. Selling is as easy as the click of a button with extremely low fees, that of course being 5%. Definitely one of the best in its field and gives you an edge versus other competition. Once you sell an item, it goes directly to your balance. From there, you can choose to cash out with many different options, many more than other rival sites. Market.CSGO is one of the best of its competition. They're currently working on a new UI to make things look more clean and easy to operate. With its low selling fees, scam-proof client, and a large amount of cash out options, I can't recommend this site enough. If interested, it'll be the top of the link in the description below. So a quick little announcement, Esports Fire. They're a website for CSGO news, new crafts, and a bunch of other stuff. They're now hosting an awards ceremony for the best streamer, for the best crafter on Twitter, and also for the best skins YouTuber. And well, I actually got nominated this year, and I'm up there with Dallas Bobby, Zipple, Jesus, Anomaly, and many more. If you guys feel like voting for me, I'd be very much appreciative of it. After I got nominated, I came out and said, thank you for the nomination. I love and think this idea is very cool since it is the very first year of this happening. Feels very surreal and honored to be nominated. Never in my 10 years of doing YouTube, I thought something like this would happen to me. Thank you. The link for that will be in the description below. See, that's pretty crazy. And I really like this concept for other different categories as well, like streaming, skins YouTuber, crafters, and people in the CS community on Twitter. Keep it up. With all that being said, let's hop into our very first question. Mr. Snakey asks, he says, do you think Berlin stickers will ever boom? Now I get this question quite often, not just for Berlin stickers, but maybe something a little more niche and from the past, that being the Shattered Web stickers, something that's a little less popular, at least at this point in time. Berlin, face it, are definitely subject to this. And well, to answer this is, I'm going to give a question to you and people who maybe craft or do not, and that is of course, at this point in time in the current sticker market, with how cheap things are and obtainable to get in pretty high quantities as well, would you go back right now and pick up a Berlin sticker? I would say 90% of people would probably say no. And I'm kind of on board with that. I think right now we're at a pretty weird time inside CS where we haven't really seen what's been happening before ever. Now, will we continue to in the next few years? I'm not sure. You have Stockholm, you have Antwerp, you have the 10th anniversary capsule. You know, if the future brings really good stuff, specifically for the Paris major, like any of the concepts we've seen recently, it's just going to further delay investments like this. That's why I think things like this are just not going to be in demand for the next couple of years. I'm not really sure if these two are comparable, but because of how many good looking stickers there are out there right now for a good price, you're seeing what's happened to Cato 15 stickers, like the Katowice Titan Hollow. If those can't budge to go up anymore, especially because Katowice 2014 hollows are up so much, I don't think Berlin or really any other niche, not very valuable sticker at this point has a chance to really blow, if that makes any sense. Now our next question up here is from Lucian, and he says, any ideas why Stockholm prices have been dropping the past 48 hours? I mean, if a new case or an operation happened, I would understand. And his second part to this question is why we're not seeing any impact on the market for Chinese New Year. I actually have a CSGO news video going out very soon, probably a little after Mando Monday, talking about the drop specifically because I know so many people have bought into Stockholm and Antwerp. Now the title of this video is going to be Major Corrections in CSGO Sticker Market, something along the lines of that. Well, that's very true. If you take a look at the Steam market, the mouse stickers to $43, and the ones that got bumped up really high, like for example, the Pain Gaming is one of those that went to $20 when just a couple weeks ago it was $3 on the Steam market. Those prices are not going to hold. Even if they do look really good, are low in quantity, it's just bound to happen. I think with Chinese New Year going on, as well as FOMO and people going into the hype as of the past couple of weeks, things are just correcting itself, and that's the prices you're seeing right now. The capsules are perfectly fine. I mean, yes, they've dropped, but not that much. As it goes for your second question, why aren't we seeing any major changes in the CSGO market? Well, actually we are. I think when you commented this the past couple of days, nothing really did change, but what we're continuing to see and have seen the past couple of days, case prices are going to the moon. The revolver case obviously was from XQC. He was unboxing these like crazy, pulled a gold gem. Others probably bought on following suit. The Riptide cases are being bought up in a very large quantity at this point to unbox. The two main active duty cases, the most recent ones anyway, that being Dreams and Nightmares and Recoil, are going up even more in value. My main assumption on that is because of Chinese New Year. What we talked about in my video discussing the holiday was how capsules and cases were going to go up more than anything else, specifically the skins market, and it looks like it has. And we're not even halfway into it yet, so I'm pretty interested to see what's going to happen the next couple of weeks. Do we see some of these primary drop pool cases go to a very high price? Prices we maybe haven't seen before, and so on. Our next question up here is regarding CSGO case investments, and he says, should I invest like $10,000 into the Prisma case? Thanks. So this is a pretty big investment. I don't think I've received a comment like this in a long time, but I'm assuming you're also talking about the Prisma 1, not the Prisma 2. I'm not a huge fan of the Prisma 2, even though they are very similar in price on the Steam market, and even in quantity, just 100,000 of a difference right there, roughly. Prisma 1, the reason more people like it is because of the M4A4 Emperor. The Prisma 2, on the other hand, the skins in it I think are pretty lackluster. They're also very oversupplied, I would say. You just see a lot of them on the market. Prices really haven't gone up too much. Bullet Queen, I think, is pretty nice. The M4A1S Player 2, on the other hand, not so much. As it goes for investing at this point in time into either of these, or let alone just the case market, maybe the CS market, things are pretty expensive. They're the most expensive we've ever seen for very good reason. At the moment, you have Chinese New Year. The player base the other day just peaked again at 1.2 million, which I believe is the highest it's ever been. Case prices this month are also pretty expensive, but if you're buying a bunch of these, you're probably also not going to get them for that 18-cent price. I'm assuming you're probably going to pick these up off of someone else. That's what I would try and do. And if you do so, you're just going to have to hold for a very, very long time. That's the best thing you can do. If you're going to spend this much, I'd definitely run the budget to make sure a couple of things. Number one, I wouldn't expect a profit in the next little while. I'm assuming you're probably going to hold these to $1, maybe 50, 60 cents. That's what I would do, because you have to realize if you're buying $10,000 worth of these things, if you try and sell them or buy up a bunch on the Steam market, that's going to leave a dent for that day or that month you're doing so. That's why I'm probably thinking you're going to go through someone else. And I guess just a couple miscellaneous things. You can take the hit if you do need to leave, and also you should stay for a very long time, meaning you put these in a storage unit and just forget about them. Our next question up here is from Shen. He says, do you see Stockholm stickers becoming the new Katowice 2014 stickers in 5 to 6 years? That's a very good question, and the easy, quick answer is absolutely not. The reasoning behind that is there's just too many of these things out on the market. Too many of them on float.db. There's too many crafts with them at this moment, and many more to come in the future for probably under $1,000, at least per sticker. That's if we see $1,000 per sticker in the next 5 to 6 years. Yes, these things are popular. They look very good, and they are pretty rare. They're not that rare. At this moment, we still don't know how many capsules are out there. If I had to have a rough guess, I'm thinking under 100,000. Some people say 1 million, though that could be true. I just don't see that being real. I feel like most people would have sold a lot of them at this point, either unboxed them, and I would say for the most part, people still didn't move on from RMR at that point. That's why most people didn't buy them during that sale. But there being so many other better options out there at the moment, and even before these things came out, that's why we haven't seen the insane rise up until now of these things 2 years later. And I would say the biggest competition Stockholm and things like Antwerp are going to have in the next couple of years are future majors. Sure, I had a commentary a couple weeks ago saying where CSGO stickers might go in a completely different direction in the next few years because the past few we've had such good ones, it's time we start to go back down that bad route. Though that is possible, I think the more likely approach is because of poor sales from Rio, lack of content, we're probably going to see good, if not better looking stickers than these come out in the next little while. Lenticular, maybe just better holo effects overall, better quality on the stickers, maybe a brand new design that people just absolutely fall in love with. And if the stickers that we've checked out in our recent concept videos have any sort of chance of coming out or very similar to that, that's just more competition for Stockholm, which therefore would further delay it and split the fan base and split the buyers in them, if that makes any sense. So there's just too many uncertainties in the future that are going to probably occur. And of course, there's just too many of them still left to be applied, but also crafts in general for it to be somewhat similar. I think the most expensive sticker, based off looks or not, let's just say if we had bad stickers come out in the next few years, would probably be still underneath $1,000. That's just my personal opinion, but I got a little price prediction video for 2023 coming up for you guys very, very soon. Our next question up here is from Arcanas, and he says, which weapon will be updated next? Do you think the M4s are balanced at the moment? And also, how would a new case, operation, or Anubis collection, for an example, affect the sticker market? Thanks for all your content. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for the support. I think the weapons at this moment are pretty well balanced, probably the most it's ever been inside CS. The op for me is a really weird spot, though it still feels very nice. It's definitely a lot more of a challenge, and it's one of the things I've actually noticed while I'm playing the game, watching pros play, watching some of my friends play, is that 5 bullets is really affecting them. You can't wall bang, you can't do as much. If people start complaining in the next few months, I think we could see some sort of change, but unless Valve wants to introduce a brand new meta, I think things are fine at the moment. Maybe they could tweak and play around with SMGs in the future, that's definitely just a possibility. I feel like that entire category is just completely left alone. No one cares about it. Things like the UMP, I think they're in a decent spot, but they're also in a useless spot as well. It's always been a big problem in trying to balance those somehow with ARs, ops, and deagles, and really whatever. So I guess SMGs, maybe the op in the future, but not much. As it goes for new items and cosmetics coming to the game affecting older stickers, especially the sticker market, well, the first thing we got to look at is that's if we get an operation, which I'm not 100% sure on at this point. You have to consider if we're going to get good stickers or not. Are we going to go back to Operation Shattered Web, where pretty much all the stickers were pretty much garbage? Are we going back to Operation Broken Fang, where you have a couple and a few maybe that stand out versus the others, but still aren't that great? Or are we going to have something very similar to Riptide, maybe something brand new, where there's like 2 or 3 different collections and they're all extremely good? If that's the case, I think it's probably going to crash the older stickers, and anything new that comes out, I think is going to somehow affect them, whether it's good or not. Probably go down just due to FOMO in the hype in the new item. People are going to want to sell older things to unbox the newer ones. Just supply and demand and how things have turned out in the past. Now, our next question up here is from Julian, and he says, what are other things you're doing in your free time outside of YouTube and gaming related content? So this is something I've started doing the past couple of months, and it's definitely helped with my love for video games, which doesn't involve content. This just involves me playing, and that is of course taking away myself from the desk and putting myself on the couch or sofa, whatever you want to call it. I've become one of those couch gamers now, not just for CSGO, but games like Call of Duty. If I want to play a game like Lego Star Wars, for an example, a sports game like Madden, FIFA, 2K, hell, even Fortnite, it's like a completely different world. And if you're someone who is kind of bored of video games, wants something new, if that's a game or not, switching up your environment is definitely the way to go. Though I do still play CS, this has made me enjoy especially single player games so much more. And I also limit myself every single day playing them as well, because I'm already on screens for the majority of my day when making content. Though I enjoy it, it's not the most healthy. Now, our next question, more so common up here, is from Rumble Funks, and he says, going crazy with the uploads, ... loving it. And I replied to this, of course, you can expect quality daily uploads with various different topics for CSGO here. Well, that's very true. So myself being a CSGO fan for the past 10 years, before I started making it, struggled to see and find any on YouTube. There was pretty much little to none here, at least for the daily side of things. You'd have like people like Anomaly, Jesus upload maybe 2 videos a month, a lot more than they are right now, but still wasn't really there. So what I've tried to do this past 6 months is try and make a video every single day with various different topics inside CS, but you could probably imagine how hard that is because there's limited content and mostly everything's been done. In the next few weeks, we have some new content that I think people are really going to enjoy. Some things I haven't seen been done in the skins community yet. So let me know what you guys think down below. Now, our next question up here is from Jitter, and he says, do you ever have dreams of getting something like a Titan Hollow or anything crazy for free on CSGO? No, but I actually have had a dream where I've actually been playing CSGO, but I was actually in the map. So a few years ago, when I was back in high school, I can't remember if this was summer break, but I was playing CSGO every single day for like 15 hours a day, extremely unhealthy. This was the road to global grind. And this is like when ESEA was like at its peak. People like Shroud and Nothing were playing on it. And when I was playing so much, I remember one night specifically, I had a dream where I was on Dust 2 and T-Spawn, and I was running down Suicide, and it was like a constant loop. I remember just like kind of respawning back in top mid. It was really odd, but it was like I was actually there. I was looking around as if my mouse was moving my person around. It was really weird. Simulation confirmed, I'm not sure. But really ever since then, I haven't had anything like that, probably because I haven't played as much since that point in my life. That's the closest I've ever had to having a dream inside CSGO, if you count that. That's kind of weird. Now, our next question up here is from Jay, and he says, if you could put an already existing skin onto a different weapon, what would it be on and on what weapon? This one is extremely hard for me, but just off the top of my head, a couple obvious ones being probably the Prince Stream on mostly a lot of the other weapons that people use, like the M4A4 and things like the P2000. I feel like the P2000 does not get enough love, though there aren't enough people that probably use it. Still think it could use a few more skins. Op Wildfire, I would love to see this on something like an AK-47, maybe an M4A4. I think that would look so cool. Something that I've also seen really recently is the Op Containment Breach on the AK-47. This is outstanding. It is so cool. Maybe this also on the USPS I think would look so amazing. Though there are a couple USPS green skins out there, I think we could use a few more. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's a pretty creative question. Thanks, man. That pretty much wraps up Mando Monday for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. A lot of creative and more personal questions in there this week. Remember, if you want to vote for the best CSGO skins YouTuber, because I was nominated, the link will be down in the description below. I believe all you need is to sign into Steam, and that's it. Then click who you want. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.